Now, when considering the many watches that make up NOMOS' catalog, I think most people consider their dress watches first. However, in recent time, we've seen an increased priority from the brand to focus on more sporty options, with one of my personal favorites here with the NOMOS Club Campus Neomatik 39, reference 767, in midnight blue. Now, NOMOS Glashütte is a brand that I kind of have a soft spot for, as most of you already know that. With a heavily design-centric approach and delivering their own collection of in-house calibers at relatively attainable prices, they were a brand that really caught my attention earlier on in my watch collecting journey and basically led me to owning a NOMOS Orion and a NOMOS Ahoy Neomatik. Links to both of those reviews in the description down below. But the one watch we have here today makes up an entirely different part of their catalog with the Club Campus series, a line that is often seen as one of their more entry-level options, positioned for those in late stages of their academic journey or maybe on the onset of their career. However, for those that have seen the standard Club and Club Campus models, you'll quickly recognize that this one brings a few additional things to the table, both inside and out. Starting with the case, this one comes in with a 39.5mm case with a slender thickness of 8.4 millimeters, yet still manages an impressive 200 meters of water resistance despite its looks. The profile overall, when compared to others amongst the Club Campus line, is going to lean larger and will wear more in line with, say, a 40 to 41 millimeter case, given the longer lugs, which basically has become a hallmark for NOMOS at this point. When this is factored in though, we have a lug-to-lug of 49.5 millimeters, that when paired with my 15.9 centimeter or 6.25 inch wrist, still manages to wear kind of surprisingly well, if you ask me. Yet depending on how you like to wear your watches, just know that you have other options available within the Club range that can cater to a smaller wrist presence if needed. As an example, here's it side by side with another NOMOS model, so another sportier option with the NOMOS Ahoy Neomatik on my wrist. So that's 36.3 millimeters with its case profile, and then 39.5 millimeters case for this NOMOS Club Neomatik. When looking at them side by side, I believe it brings forth an interesting distinction about the case design of the Club Campus and why I think it wears a bit differently on the wrist compared to that of other NOMOS models, as the case is a bit beefier around the outside bezel and in the lugs. This thicker look, I think, of course, works well for the obvious sportier feel that these watches are going for, but for a more subtle point, plays in favor of the larger case diameter, making it appear smaller on the wrist as a result of the ratio of bezel thickness to the dial. As the common characteristic of thinner bezels on NOMOS models always manage to make the dial appear larger than what it is through a sort of optical illusion type effect drawing in the eyes. Yet I think with this more traditional ratio, it allows watches 39.5 millimeters, this case right here, to be more wearable than one might anticipate if you're applying that kind of standard rule of thumb for NOMOS watches that they wear larger than what the case size might be advertised to be. Now for the strap, this particular model comes on a textile two-piece strap with a soft, comfortable underlayer when wearing it on the wrist, making it probably the go-to for this watch, especially doing water activities and things of that sort. However, when looking at this Club Campus Neomatik, the star of the show for me is the dial, a color NOMOS calls their midnight blue, which on it, we see subtle contrast with gray numerals featuring superluminova to match the superluminova filled baton hands, lume that I think is a bit more prominent compared to that of my NOMOS Ahoy Neomatik. I think it might just be a byproduct of the thickness of the numerals as well as the hands themselves. Also, it has a 60-second subdial at the 6, and accents of small goldish numerals outlining the outside of the dial at the every 5. However, apart from the stunning blue that this dial showcases, I think the other point of emphasis here has to be the California style dial, mixing the Arabic and Roman numerals. A point that certainly gives this watch a more playful undertone, yet I could see it being a point of criticism for some, and I did see it being mentioned when I posted this on Instagram. Now for the movement in the case back. Here we have a simple screw down example protecting one of NOMOS' in-house calibers, their DUW3001. It's the same caliber within my NOMOS Ahoy Neomatik. This movement was first introduced at Baselworld 2016, showcasing NOMOS' swing system, their proprietary escapement. The movement is impressively just 3.2 millimeters thick, features a 43-hour power reserve, has 27 joules, and operates at 21,600 vibrations per hour or 3 hertz, and can hack when pulling the large crown to the second of 2 positions. But now in pretty much every video where I feature NOMOS watches, I always mention this: they're not for everybody. Their design language is going to appeal to some, and others push them away. Yet in my time with this watch and posting it on Instagram and other places, I've noticed different reactions than normal. As with the combination of the beautiful midnight blue dial, quality sporty specs, and a design style of the Club collection that separates itself from the rest of the NOMOS catalog, this watch in my opinion has much more potential mass appeal, and I've seen a lot of people that may not be the biggest fans of NOMOS saying that, hey, this would be one that I'd be really interested in buying, and I think serves as a great entry point for those people on the fence. So guys, leave comments down below. I'd love to see what you think of this watch. Is this a watch that maybe, especially for those people that don't really like NOMOS or their watches just aren't for them, I'd love to see comments if this is something that appealed to you a little bit more and your just general thoughts down below. Guys, if you like this video, want to see more reviews, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Also guys, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be giving away more and more watches. I just did a live stream giving away 2 watches. So just to stay up to date, follow me there. That's probably the best way to kind of have an interaction with me on a day-to-day basis. I'm a little bit more better at just responding to comments, and then also fill out that watch giveaway form as well. So guys, thank you again so much for watching. Be well, and I will see you all very soon.